everyone, welcome to this midday market mood check with me Nandita Khemka and my colleague Yatin Mota. Just like the markets, our mood is also pretty range bound given the fact that it's just a Thursday and we are waiting for a Friday. Well, the markets are pretty range bound and holding up above that 18,300 mark, flitting in the red and green zone alternatively, but still for now at least it's holding in the green. If you look at the mid and small cap end of the markets, they are relatively outperforming the benchmark indices. And if you look at the sectoral movers, all of the sectors were in the green, barring the pharma pack, of course, because Dr. Reddy's is proving to be a big drag on the pharma index after the fourth quarter earnings. We'll be talking about that in details in a bit. But if you look at the top Nifty losers, you have the likes of Dr. Reddy's, L&T after the fourth quarter numbers, Hindalco, JSW Steel and Divi's Labs were some of the top losers on the Nifty, while on the gaining side you had Adani Ports, IndusInd Bank extending its rally, NTPC, HCL Tech, HUL are some of the gainers. Talking about Dr. Reddy's, big drag on the pharma index. Numbers weren't all that disappointing, but US sales is something that disappointed, and India business was pretty okayish. If you look at the brokerage views, they are pretty much okay, but some of the domestic brokerages have downgraded the stock and Prabhudas Leeladhar has downgraded Dr. Reddy's to reduce from buy, and Yes Securities was another one that had downgraded the counter. But Jefferies and some of the foreign brokerages had maintained their rating on the stock. Let's look at L&T. That stock was down over 5% on the back of margin disappointment. Order inflow guidance was met.
Correct.
FY24 guidance strong, but it was the margin disappointment that is weighing heavy on the stock. Also, the fact that AM Naik is stepping down after 6 decades is something that may be leading to some bit of a jitter. So that's extremely weak in today's session. Jefferies has a buy rating, a target price of 2,900. Looking at Hindalco, that stock is down given the fact that Novelis volumes have disappointed. And talking about earnings to watch out for from the Nifty, Asian Paints and Eicher Motors, two companies to report earnings. Yatin, let's talk about the mid-cap end of the markets.
So, clearly outperformance in the mid-caps today, and that is the reason why the market's advance decline ratio is 2:1, despite the fact that market is range-bound. We are looking at good flows in the mid-cap end of the market. Look at Ratnamani Metals, that stock is up 10% after strong earnings and margin expansion. Sanofi, they announced the demerger of their consumer business, and that stock is up 8%. Yesterday the stock was soft, but yes, some good gains coming in for that stock. Quest Corporation and TCI are the other stocks wherein there is good traction which is coming in. Losing side, we have Paytm wherein there is some profit taking. Stock is down 3%. Apar Industries also down 2%, and the profit booking continues there. We have the stocks like Go Colors, IGL, Varun Beverages, Navin Fluorine, Deepak Nitrite. All of these stocks slightly nervous, and Navin Fluorine will report their earnings, and ahead of that stock is quite weak. Deepak Nitrite also, earnings are there around the corner, and hence before earnings we are looking at some disappointment which is coming in there. As far as stocks at 52-week high is concerned, we have GSPL, that stock is up 4%, Chola Holdings up 2%, Glenmark, Siemens, and Siemens will report their earnings tomorrow, and ahead of the earnings that stock is up 2%. ABB, ONGC, Power Grid, Indigo Airlines, all of these stocks are doing pretty well as far as the markets are concerned.
Right. Aside of that, some of the other numbers which I want to talk about is Godrej Consumer. That stock was up 2% or so. A good 25% jump in profit. Management commentary is also pretty good when it comes to FY24. So on the back of that stock was up. Mankind Pharma, that stock made a very good debut, but today the stock is under pressure given the fact that the IT department has conducted a raid on its Delhi premises for tax evasion. So that stock has come under a fair bit of pressure. In the second half, we'll wait and watch whether the Nifty manages to defend that 18,300 mark or close above that level or not. But globally, Qs are pretty okay given the fact that inflation has cooled off a bit. It has come in slightly below estimates, and today as well, you have the producer price index that will come out in the US. And it looks like right now a stage is set for a pause from the Fed, as indicated, given the fact that macro data is coming out to be pretty supportive. So we'll be watching out for that. Aside of that, Tata Motors is something that will be reporting earnings tomorrow, so that will be a big Q4 tomorrow. But all in all, it's pretty range bound in the markets right now. No, direction as such. But we'll wait and watch how the second half turns out. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this midday market mood check. Thanks a lot for watching, and be back with us at 3:30 p.m. for closing bell. But for now, it's a goodbye from me and Yatin. Thanks a lot for watching.